on, MetaFam? We got an update for today's video. That's right. Finra has the nerve to come out and put a tweet out on MMTLP again. That's right. Yes, we got a reply. Well, I guess you would say an update, a modification, whatever you want to call it. Let's get to it. Finra says here today, March 27, 2023 at 1:14 p.m., we modified our Investor Insights article about corporate actions, trading halts, and MMTLP. For additional information, please see the note at the bottom of the article. If you click on that link, it'll take you right here to the Finra webpage. And you can see this was the MMTLP corporate action trading halt March 16, 2023. And we're going to scroll the whole way down. And you got this right down here. And this is kind of funny. It says, as part of the mission, Finra's provide resources on its website to assist retail investors through the investment process. That's a big load of freaking crap. But anyway, here's the note on the article. This article was modified March 27, 2023 to remove references to the registration of MMTLP shares, which raise questions that are not relevant to the main focus of this article. The registration status of MMTLP shares is determined under the Securities Act of 1933 and applicable SEC rules and interpretive guidance thereunder, and not Finra rules. So there is that. Let's go over a couple thoughts and opinions about this over the Twitter space. And we got a breakdown from our buddy Tony Market Moves. Has a great piece out that we got to go over in this video as well. Our buddy Ali Trading Secrets says, the only reason you would modify your article on corporate actions and trading halts would be because of an error, oversight, mistake, or another coding glitch. Of course, Finra is never at fault because Finra is perfect. Couldn't agree anymore, man. Like, Finra just won't admit that they're wrong. Like, they just won't admit it. Oh, it's just so frustrating. Also, Trading Secrets has another post here. Here it says, Finra has removed references to the registration of MMTLP as it believes it raises questions which are not relevant. So it looks like Finra does not want to address questions about who created MMTLP and who is responsible for its illegal trading. We're getting there, guys. It's pretty interesting. Our buddy Meta Support Channel says, these guys are screwed. LOL. Continue to modify and modify. I still can't figure out if Finra is more incompetent or corrupt, but the courts will decide that. Finra failed retail. That's right. All right. Our buddy Curtis here has a post out, and Curtis commented and said, why might you want to glaze over the registration of the shares? Perhaps because it was done illegally, perhaps against the expressed written intent of the issuer. Might that be why? How many attorneys looked this over before we picked it apart? Hashtag Finra fraud, hashtag Finra files, MMTLP. So there you go. Like I said, Curtis has all the info on this. All right. My thoughts on this before we get into Tony's little piece is I would hate to look myself in the mirror if I was Finra. Just think of all the pain and suffering you're causing. Just admit you was wrong and fix the problem. MMTLP Nextbridge. That's all they have to do is just have a set of you know what and say, look, we messed up. Let's fix this. But they're not doing that. There's this passing the buck, modifying, and they will not own up to it. They're going to put all the blame on the broker dealers, and they will not own up to their mistakes. So it's just a load of crap. Now, Tony has a beautiful piece here. Looks like Bird Lady here got it from our buddy Meta Support Channel. And Tony has this here where he did the Wayback Machine on March 16th on the Finra FAQ and compared it to the current March 27 text, and there are some changes. Here is the differences. And he made a nice clear, here's a clear version of the textual differences between the two versions of Finra's MMTLP FAQ. So I'm going to blow this up, and I'm going to deactivate the camera, and we're going to zoom in on this bad boy so you guys can see it. Tony did a fantastic job on this, so I want to highlight this. So here you can see red is removed, yellow is added. So here we can see the March 16th original, they took out where it says were freely tradable under federal law, and they took that out. And it says these unlisted shares were freely tradable under federal law. They took that out. This was not traded freely. The yellow part was added. These unlisted shares later began trading in the OTC under the symbol MMTLP. Further discussion below. Wow. Guys, like what? That is a huge sentence for them to freaking take out to remove that. They, in their original statement, said that these shares were freely tradable under federal law. They took that out because it's going to get picked apart in a lawsuit. That's exactly why they took that out. Let's go down here to the next one. The next paragraph here is only one change. So we'll go up the updated one. And it says here at the, it says the SEC to register the common stock of Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. Here it says SEC to register the issuance of the common stock of Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. So not much of a change on this one here. It just says issuance of the, but a little change there. All right. Here is one where they took out a lot. So here on the March 16th, it says the answer to the question whether security is freely tradable is determined by the application of federal law, including any applicable SEC rules. And here, the next part I'm going to read is all taken out. In this case, the issuer filed with the SEC a Form S-3 registration statement for the offering of MMTLP shares and obtained a CUSIP number. Thus, the registered MMTLP shares were freely tradable and were not subject to public trading limitations. They took all of this out here in the red, guys. If we go down here, now they just took all that out and left everything there. There was no addition. They just took this whole part out. So that is another key part there. They're backtracking what they said. All right, here we go down to the next one. This one here says, so this one we have a takeaway and a add. So here it says, and where the symbol does not yet exist for the security, the broker-dealer must request a symbol from FINRA. Because and here's what they took out. Series A preferred shares had a CUSIP number, and now they've added because the issuer obtained a CUSIP number for Series A preferred shares. So here it says the issuer obtained a CUSIP, and this one here said Series A shares had a CUSIP. So they basically changed the had to obtained. So kind of funny there on that one as well. We know what really happened here. All right, so this one here, on the bottom one here, this next one, they took one word out and added a little bit more. So in this top paragraph, it says the registered shares are freely tradable. So down here in the bottom, Nextbridge, yeah, it doesn't say registered now. So they took out registered. Where before it says the registered shares are freely tradable, now it says these shares are freely tradable. So they're saying it wasn't registered. That's exactly what they're saying here, because in their initial statement, it says the registered shares are freely tradable, and now they took out that. Now they've added a bunch, so let's go in here. As discussed above, Nextbridge filed an S1 registration statement with the SEC to register the issuance of, and this issuance of was added, 165.5 million shares of common stock in connection with Nextbridge / MMTLP corporate action, and they added this. So the in connection with Nextbridge MMTLP corporate action, this all here was added. So huge shout out there to Tony. This is fantastic. FINRA has themselves in a pickle here, in my opinion, where they originally put out the press release, frequently asked questions, and they literally shot themselves in the foot. The MetaFam tore it apart, and yeah, I feel bad because all they have to do is just come out, admit they were wrong, do what's right for the retail investor. They're supposed to protect the retail investor. These people have to get up and look themselves in the mirror, and they must feel disgusting. They must feel disgusting what they're doing. So, all right, I believe that is all I got for you guys in today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.